Paradise Crabs. Gonna roll out session 22 of the Do We Don't with lay odds. So Dr. Don't Pass One made a comment about pushing my lay fours higher than you should, and I agree. Definitely, from a percentage of my buy-in, he's absolutely correct. But again, it's gambling, and you know, I would play this exactly the same way live that I'm playing it on my table. I'm just taking pot shots at pushing the advantage that we have, the inherent advantage that we have with the 4 or 10 over the 7 over the 4 or 10, basically. So he mentioned the 150, but there was at least one point in that last session where I went 250. So yeah, I mean, I know it's a gamble, but it's a gamble that I'm willing to make. And it's a gamble that I should win more times than I do not. And if I do and I blow up my $500, oh well. I'm confident that with this strategy I'd be able to get it back. Alright, so there's 5. There's our 20. Alright, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that back. And we have 75, 80. Alright, so we got 4, 80, 100. Same as usual. $15 Do We Don't. And the amount that I have on my Do We Don't is inconsequential to pushing my bets up bigger. That's just the minimum table minimum. So obviously it doesn't have any bearing on how much I'm willing to gamble on the 4. All right. So again, we're looking for $100. $100, $100, $100. Here we go, coming out. 11. And I was thinking, all right, so rather than taking a pot shot at the lay 4, you know, I could just take off my pass line, right? But just like in the case of that previous roll on the 11, we would have got whacked. On the 7, we would get whacked. So to me, I don't mind putting out double, you know, to potentially win on my lay 4. All right, here we go. Just counting. 8. Roll number 3. 9. Roll number 4. And that's a 7 out. Roll number 5. All right, so it's about 406, probably when we started, something like that. Okie doke. Coming out. Reset our counter. And we got a 10. All right. So we are on the 10. 10 is going to be a $20 lay odds. 5. Roll number 2. 8. Roll number 3. 3. Roll number 4. 4. Roll number 5. 7 out. Roll number 6. Right on probability. Average probability. All right. So we're off of the 7. That's going to pay us 10 for our 20. Back in our rack. Coming out. So now we're up $10. There's a come out 7. Doesn't mean anything to us. 4. roll number 1. Alright, so we're on the 4. Again, 4 and 10, we do $20. Lay odds. Pays us 1 to 2 or $10 for our 20. 516. Excuse me. Make sure my mic is on. Looks like it's on. 4-point hit. Alright. So that's roll number 3. Off the 4, down 20. Alright, so now I can do a $50 lay 4. Chase it a little bit. There's an 11. That's roll number 4. And there's a 6 on roll number 5. Alright, so we're on the 6. Roll number 5. And there's another 4. Alright, so that's roll number 6. And we're down 50. Roll number 7 is a 10. Roll number 8 is a 9. Roll number 9 is a 4. And roll number 10 is a 3. Alright, so I am going to push up my lay. Going to go 150, $3 vig. Here we go. 8. 3. Excuse me. 11. Looking for big red. Got 5, fever. 6. Point hit. Alright. So we're off the 6. Three. 7 out. Or come out 7 in this case. Alright, so it's going to pay us 75 for our 3. So we made $5 on that one. We risked 75. We risked 150 to win $5. Is that a good deal? I don't know. That's gambling. I mean, on all these progressive systems, if you end up chasing your loss, whether it be a ladder, whether it be the stern, you know, at some point you get that much out there anyway. I just choose to select what I'm betting against, you know, in the 4 and just going big right on the 4. So right, wrong, or indifferent, that's how I play. 3-1-4. All right, back on the 4. $20 lay odds. Here we go. Looking for a 7. Got a 5. That's roll number 2. We got a yo, roll number 3. And we got a 7 on roll number 4. Alright, so it's going to pay us 10 for our 20. So let's do a quick chip check, see where we're at. Alright, so we got, we'll reset this. 1, 2, 3, 425, 475, 505. And that looks like 6, yep. So another 15 there, so $20 we're up. Alright, here we go, coming out. 20% of our win goal is right in our rack. 5, fever. Alright, so we're on the 5. That's going to be a $15 lay odds. got a 4. Good thing we weren't on at that time. All right, so that was roll number 2. Roll number 3 is an 8. And another 8. Roll number 4. Roll number 5. 6. All right, so we'll move that over. Roll number 6 is a 12. Roll number 7 is a 6. Roll number 8 is a 7 out. Okay, so that's going to pay us 10 for our 15. All right, and that's 5 there. Okay, reset our counter. All right, so now we're up 30 bucks, 30% of our win goal. 8 is the point. I'm not going to put any money at risk on the 8. It's going to count our rolls. 8, right back off the 8. That's why we don't do that. Just too much of a coin flip. 9. Why put our money at risk on a coin flip if we don't have to? All right, $15. Lay odds on the 9. 8. That's roll number 4. 6. Roll number 5. 2. Roll number 6. 7 out on roll number 7. All right. So it's going to pay us $10 for our 15. All right, pays us 2 to 3. There we go. Reset our counter. Oh, Sir Law. Good afternoon, Sir Law. Did you have a chance to go look at that crapspit.org site at his articles? Because the one he posted on distribution variance was very good, and then some of the comments related to that was also interesting. But yeah, bottom line is you really have to just rely on a single roll probability. Not yet. Yeah, go do it. It's definitely a good read, and they're not terribly long, so definitely will help broaden your understanding. All right, so that was a 6. Are we out on the 6? Because we weren't, so I'm thinking we're on the 6. All right. Either that or that was a 7 that just rolled over. I don't know. 9. 6. All right, so it doesn't matter because we're off of that one anyway. Roll number 3. Oh yeah, that was my comment was basically I was just parroting what I'd read before and what he said on his site, on the crapspit.org site, which basically is you can't rely on counting anything. So even my 10 count is flawed. It's bullshit. It's not something you can rely on to make a future bet. So you can't look at what's happened before and try to extrapolate that into what's going to happen in the future. And I think I sent him an email to try to understand why my 10 count was flawed on the 7, and I think it comes down to just the number, right? So you have this. Again, I like to think of it as like a rubber band, right? Rubber band that you're stretching past your average, and at some point it's going to snap back. But it's not going to snap back to the average. It's just going to, and see, that doesn't make sense. That's kind of the flawed thinking, I think, is that it's going to hit, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. I mean, we've seen that even after 10 rolls, you can go another 10 rolls and not see a 7, right? So, yeah, I think, you know, my thinking is flawed, and so I'm thinking about it differently, even though I'm still counting. All right, so we hit the 5. I guess we hit the 5, or are we on the 5? Oh, no, we were on the 5. That's coming out. Okay. It's really just a single roll probability. That's the only thing you can really bank on. All right. Hopefully I didn't lose track through my babbling there. Oh, PSO, and I didn't have my freaking odds out there. All right, well, now I got another opportunity. So back on the 5. Now we'll do our $15 in lay odds. First roll. Here we go. 6, 5, 1, 6. And another 5, so we're going to get knocked off the 5 this time. So we're going to lose that. Coming out. 6, roll number 4. Okay. 8, roll number 5. Whoa, 7 out on roll number 6, right on probability, average probability. All right, coming out. And we got an 8. On the 8. And we got a 6. And we got a 7. All right, coming out. 11. 4. All right, so that's roll number 2. On the 4, we'll do $20. Lay odds. 4. All right, so that was 2 4s. And that was roll 3, I guess. And there's our 7, so I can't really do anything about that. But I can just take a poke. If I wanted to take a poke at getting that back, I can just do a $50 lay 4. And I think that's really what it comes down to. So rather than counting, it's just on occasion. Hey Clay, welcome. Please share the link. The link to, just go Google crapspit.org. Crapspit.org. There's a 12. Oh, then that's a loser. There's that. All right, now what do we got? Where's the other die? 10, all right. So now we got 10 at the other end. And we'll do 20. And we got a 9. And we got a 5. And we got an 8. 4, so I get knocked off on my 4. All right, so we took a poke at 50. So now this is where it gets interesting. I'm going to take a poke at 150. So as far as the percentage of my bankroll, it's considerable. All right, here we go. 8. Oh, shit. Yep, there we go. Got whacked on that one. So that was 150 plus a 50, 200. All right. We go all in. 200. $5 vig. Oh, dice off the table. Yeah, this chasing stuff, that's what usually bites me in the ass. All right. Looking for big red. 8. 3. 7 out. All right, so it's going to pay us 10 for our 20 on the 10, and we'll take that down, and then we're going to get 100 for our 200. Cost us $5. I'm going to put that back and give them a nickel. All right, so that's back, but we're still down quite a bit, right? Because I went out for 150. So let's do another $100 lay 4, and that's going to be a $2 big, because that's going to pay us 50. Coming out. 10 down at the end again. All right, on the 10, we're just going to do our standard $20 for that one. We already got 100 out there. Whoa! 8. Flying dice. Flying dice. Did you go Google that? Did you find it? Was that right? I think it's just crapspit.org. Crapspit, one word, .org. 12. But I mean, based on his explanation, his understanding of statistics is much better than mine. I would say, I would argue. 4, 2, 6. 5. 10 point hit. All right, so we're going to lose that $20. Seven, come out 7. All right, so that's going to cost us 2 for 50. Put that back in our rack. We do need some more nickels. Let's go out for another 50. Coming out. 10. All right, so we're on a 10. Don't have it, so I'm going to do $30 lay odds. 8. Cool. Yeah, read it. I'd be interested to hear what your thoughts are on it. All right, 617 out. That's what we're looking for. All right, so that's going to cost me $1 for a quarter, and we had 30 going to pay us 15. Should be back to even now at least. So again, we pushed our luck on the 4 a couple of times. And let's see where we are at. All right, so we got 9 there. 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 450. All right, so we're still down $50, $40, and we were up what, $20. All right, so let's try one more whack on the, not a whack hopefully, but one more poke on a lay 4. Here we go. 10, down on the other end again. All right, so we're on the 10. Do our $20 in lay odds for that. 4. All right, so I'm going to get knocked off that 4. So let's do a 154. And it's going to cost me $3. 7 out. All right, so we're off the 10. That's going to pay us 10 for our 20. That goes back there, and that 150 is going to pay us 75. And I guess I'll get a quarter in nickels. All right, there we go. Okay, all this goes back in our rack. Now we should be back to even, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, still not quite. All right, so that was 5. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay, so 450, 80, 5, $93. All right, so we're close, but we're still down. Come out 7. Should have had another layout there, Scott. 5, fever. All right, let's see if we can get back to even with this 5, $15 lay odds. 9, Neener. Looking for that 7, there's an 8. And there's a 9. And there's a 7 out. There we go. All right, so that's going to pay us 10 for our 15, 2 for 3. Now we're back to even. Now let's see if we can make some money. Make some profit without having to push huge lay bets, preferably, but. All right, so we're on the 10, and we're going to do $20 in lay odds on the 10. We got a 6. And we got a yo. And we got a 4. And we got a 12. Yeah, so basically what he ends up saying is the distribution variance is the only way that craft players can make any money at the table. That's what makes a cold table or a hot table, really a hot table, not a cold table, hot table. Because I think if you just had average random probability, that would be probably considered a cold table, right? But if the probability distribution is tilted to one way or the other, and the way you're betting ends up falling on those numbers that are outside the normal distribution, then that's how individuals make money in the short game. And in the long game, doesn't matter. Long game, it's going to be normal distribution, and the house edge on what they pay is going to take our money, right? That's the bottom line. 8. So how do you take advantage of that variance in distribution? I think that's a $64,000 question right there. How do you do it? I mean, to me, I'm just playing random probability, single roll probability. And that's good enough, honestly, because we're playing the 4s and 10s, 4s primarily, but where we're pushing bigger. Everything else is not that big. All right, so we got knocked off of the 10. So let's try a $40, no, let's just do a $50. $50 lay 4 again. Take a poke at it. That's what it is. We're just taking a poke at the 4. 8 is the point. 9. So we're banking on the 6 ways to make a 7 is going to hit before the 3 ways to make a 4. That's all we're banking on. The difference in that probability. We got about a 8% advantage. So, so what does that 8% advantage mean, right? To me, that means we got a 58% chance of getting our number versus a 42% chance of getting a 4. There's our 7. So that's to me, that's the 8%. All right, so that's going to pay us a quarter for our dollar vig. And that goes back. And here we go, coming out. And we got a 7, come out 7. Doesn't mean anything to us. And we got a 5, fever. On the 5, $15 lay odds on the 5. We got a 10. And we got a 9. So on a 5 and 9, which is about 5%, we got a 55% chance of winning versus a 45% chance of losing. That's the way I would look at it. I don't know if that's the correct way to look at it or not, but that's the way I would look at it. 10. 7 out. Whereas with the 6 or 8, it's only it was 2.7%. Call it 3% if you want to round it up, right? So we got a 53% chance of winning versus a 47% chance of losing. But for that 3%, to me, it's not worth risking our bankroll. All right, so we're going to get 2 for 3 on that one. All right, making some money, making some bank. Here we go. 9, Neener. All right, they're on the 9, $15 in lay odds. Two craps. Yeah, I love the game too. I love the math. I love the statistics part of it. It's just a fun game. I mean, granted, I'm playing on the dark side, which doesn't make it fun when you're on a table with a bunch of people playing on the light side. But I'm not there to make friends. I'm there to make money, you know. So I really don't give two shits whether they like me or not. But yeah, no, I love craps. Craps is a fun game. Absolutely. From a gambling standpoint, I don't know, I find it quite entertaining. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want to spend all day at a table either, though. I'd much rather be a hit and run kind of player. I'd love to come in. I mean, I love to be able to play at home like this. But then when I go to the casino, if I'm in and out in less than 15 minutes and I've hit my profit target, that make me extremely happy, you know, because the longer you're standing there, the longer you're exposing your bankroll. You know, at some point, that house edge is going to catch up with you. But no, I agree. Yeah, the dark side is, the math is solid, right? So we get shitty odds because we're playing the better side, right? We're playing the same side as the house. So we have to pay for the privilege of being able to take that side, you know. So we are putting more at risk to win less, but we have the statistical advantage. So that's why to me, it's fine. It's okay, you know. I'd much rather do that than play on the light side and take my chances, you know, hoping that a 7 is going to come out. Because you can see just in us playing here, you know, you're going to get some long runs, but on average, those runs are, I mean, that's why it's called an average, right? So you're going to get those short runs, you're going to get the PSOs, you're going to get the .7s, you know, and it's amazing when you're standing at a table and you get all these people that are just starting out with their 135s across or 200 across, whatever it is, and the PSO comes and they're like, where the heck did that come from? You know, it's like, okay, 3. The fun is winning. Yeah, that's true. The fun is winning. Losing is not fun. I don't care what anybody says. That is not a good feeling. It sucks. You know, and that's why I'm trying to find strategies with smaller holes, right? The smallest possible hole, so that I can maximize my chance of winning. I know I'm still, you know, gambling. I'm still going to lose, you know, but as long as my bankroll is a manageable size and I'm more than confident that I would be able to get it back if I just continue to play the same strategy over multiple sessions, I'm okay with it. That's why, you know, losing $1,000 a time, that was not good. You know, and I tried different strategies. I don't know how many thousands I lost. I don't even want to look at my spreadsheet, but it was quite a few in trying different strategies out. But 500, I can tolerate 500. No, you know, not every day, certainly not. But all right, so here we go, coming out. I kind of got addicted to the dark side. The protection on the hedge, yeah. Yeah, and the lay 4, I like the lay 4. Like you were saying, you know, and I'm taking pot shots, you know, on the lay 4. I think it's the best bet you can make, a 4 or 10, you know, but it's just when you get knocked off a few of those, because it is a double bet, right? You have to put the double out there. You know, you get knocked off 2 or 3 of those, and it's painful on a small bankroll. Now, if you got a big enough bankroll and you can chase it, yeah, no problem. At some point, that 7's going to come out. You know, as long as you got more bankroll than the time between, you know, you're good. All right, so that's a 9. This is an 8. But yeah, no, it's a fun game. I definitely love the game. 9. 4. 5. All right, so we got knocked off of that one. All right, so we got knocked off, so what do we want to do? We want to try a $40 lay 4? Sure, why not? Sounds like an idea. Let's see. Let's see if we can pull it off. Nope. All right, so we just got knocked off our $40 lay 4, chasing a $15 knockoff. So what do we want to do? Max odds back here, $90, so that'll pay us $45. Whoa, dice off the table. Crazy shooter. Oh. Crazy shooter. All right. Six. Four. All right, so now Scott's digging himself a hole. All right, so that was 90. So now we're in that zone that's going to trigger me to do bigger bet. So let's do a $200 lay 4 coming out. And there's our 7. All right, so that's going to cost me a nickel, pay me 100, and let's leave it out there. Here we go. And there's a 5 fever. Seven out. All right, so that's going to cost me a nickel for 100. So that was 2 big pokes at the 4 there. And that's, to me, that's totally fine. I mean, you know, I have no problem losing it. I certainly enjoy winning it better than losing it, but you know, to me, that's gambling. And after seeing all those 4s, I'm like, you know, kind of like what you were saying, even though there's no statistical reason to do it, and it's still a single roll probability, after seeing that many of those numbers, to me, the distribution is out of balance. So I expect to see more 7s, right? And even when we're playing on my table here, you see, you know, when you see so many like point hit after point hit after point hit with no 7s, and then the 7s come and they're just like bam, 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 all these 7s, right? I mean, they just come out like that. That, to me, that's a realignment of the distribution. Now, how the hell do you do that mathematically and to try to characterize that to the point where you can actually take advantage of it, you know, on the table? That part of it I still don't know. So right now it's more of just a gut feel, right? All right, so let's see where we're at before we get ourselves too far here. All right, so we got 25, we got 35, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's our 500. We got 35 there, plus another 30. So that's 65, $71. All right, so we're up 71 bucks. Coming out. 5 fever. So again, you know, I think if you did that every time, if you put that money out there every time, you're just going to get whacked. You're going to get whacked enough of the time to where it's going to be painful. But taking the occasional poke at it, but now I'm taking a poke and then I'm chasing it, right? I'm chasing it and then chasing it. So, you know, I'm just gambling on that 4. I'm gambling on that roll probability. All right, so we're on the 5, $15 lay odds. Here we go. Boxcars. At least we're on the 5. It's not going to cost us anything. And now we got a 10. Puppy paws. And we got a 9. Neater. And we got a 6. 7 out. All right, so that's going to pay us 10. So we were up 70, now we're up 80. $20 away from our win goal. Started at 106. 10. All right. We're on the 10. $20 in lay odds on the 10. Yeah, and I think, you know, in all these experiments and all these trials, I think the Doey don't is probably the best way to hedge that come out rolls. You're giving up the 2 and the 3 winners, but you're saving yourself from the 7 and 11 losers. So really it's just that nasty 12 that does come, obviously, but fairly infrequently compared to anything else, right? All right. So we got that. Yeah, it's another $10. So we were at 80. Now we're at 90. Pays 10 for our 20. Coming out. All we need is $10 to make our win goal. 10 again. We got an opportunity. Let's see. See if we can get on and off of it with our lay odds. Here we go. 9, Neener. I wonder if this is Sir Law again. I wonder if the roll to win table lets you do the Doey don't. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't remember ever trying it on that roll to win table. They're having the Appreciation Day next Saturday, which I don't think I'm going to go to because it's just too many damn people on the boat. But I think the following Friday, which is another off Friday for me, I think I will go to the boat on that off Friday, take another $500 and try and roll out this strategy. And I will check on the roll to win table whether you can do a Doey don't. I mean, there's enough people that are watching this, hopefully, that could go check for us. I did ask that guy that does that all around Vegas videos if he would check to see, because I was curious to see which ones of the bubble craps would allow a Doey don't. Like I think there's Interblock. I don't know how many different manufacturers. I know there's Interblock and there's a roll to win bubble craps. And I don't know if Interblock does both the shared one and the stadium seating one, but it would be nice to know. I know Mid-Atlantic Craps said in Atlantic City they do not allow it, or most of them do not allow it. And I think Whalen said the same thing, that some allow it, some do not, as far as the machines go. But yeah, it would be nice to have a little definitive, you know, for different locales, and kind of like they do for the video poker, right? Have a little website that you could go to and see the different machines and have them list what their limits are. Yeah. Yeah, but you know what's interesting, if you go watch that that All Over Vegas guy, and maybe you don't play in Vegas, but he was going to these casinos, and I was kind of surprised how many of the roll to wins were dollar minimum, right? So I know I think I saw a CEG one yesterday that they one of their shorts that said the Treasure Island was $3 minimum. So there seem to be a lot of them, maybe off strip, that are dollar machines. So you could play all flipping day on, you know, a dollar machine to test it out. You know, you're not going to make any money, but you're not going to lose that much money, right? Either way. So it's a great way to test it for real. And I know how much you like the physical machine. And like I said, you can play this out on the Bogata site for those people that have access to it for free. You know, just go in and do their craps thing for free. Bogata is what it's called. Bogda, Bogata, yeah, something like that. And you can do a Doey don't on that one, because I've been playing it on that one too, in addition to my win craps. All right, so I'm going to go have some lunch. I think we are done. Let's put it all away, see how much we made. So yes, I had to take I took some bigger risks. I won't say I had to, because I certainly didn't have to, but I took some bigger risks on the 4. I think you could play this out without taking the bigger risks, but you're going to be at the table a lot longer. Of course, if my risks hadn't paid off, I would be at the table a lot shorter. So, you know, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 75, 85, 95, $101. That was our take today in session 22. No, you can't. You can reduce. Yeah, on the roll to win, you can't take it down. Yeah, and you can't reduce it either. I don't think, because I did ask that. It'd be nice if you could just take it down and do a minimum, or just take. Yeah, the don't pass you can't take down. Pass. No, I'm sorry. The don't pass you can. You can take it fully down on the table, but you're right. On the machines, they don't seem to let you. They treat it like a contract bet, which kind of sucks, right? On a table, you can reduce it or take it off, but on those machines, you can't. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know about the roll to win. Whether you can take it off. Well, next time I go to the boat, I'm definitely going to try that out and see. Theirs is a $5 minimum table. All right, so we made our profit target today on session 22. Thank you guys for watching. I'll probably come back in a few hours and try maybe one more session. I mean, I keep rolling this out, the same session out, same strategy out on my wind craps, and it's pretty good. You know, I get stung very infrequently. Okay, all right. Thank you guys for watching. This is Scott from Paradise Craps. I'll see you back at the table. Thank you, Sir Law. Appreciate it. Appreciate the comments, guys. Hope you're getting something out of the content. Talk